Ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Rough Week Podcast.
What's good, fellas?
We good on the slide? We good on there?
Yeah, it looks good.
We're chilling?
Is it? It's we made them darker.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Whatever. Why am I?
You want me to move it?
No, we're fine. You can see me, right?
Yeah.
You can see us. Fellas, gentlemen, ladies, mostly gentlemen, weaklings and supreme gentlemen, baby mamas all across the globe. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Rough Week Podcast. If you're new to the podcast, old to the podcast, thank you for joining us. Subscribe, give us a little comment.
The deal.
Just a little go comment, give us a like, and make sure you check out patreon.com/roughweek2. Bonus episodes every week. Some of your favorite guests have been on the bonus episodes. You get more of me and Christoph.
Yeah, more of the fellas. We do a solo show, just he and I, for the $10 tier, where we go at each other's throats, called Gentleman's Duel.
Called a Gentleman's Duel.
It's the duel of gentlemen.
The duel of gentlemen.
Breaking news, Luke is gay. Luke loves sucking penis.
No, I don't.
This just in, he does.
Yeah, check it out. It's just us. We little debate show on the Supreme Gentleman tier. We do it every week. You get full videos of that and the bonus episodes. We're giving you a lot over there.
Right.
You got Q&As. You're going to throw vlogs up. You get your name in the episode. The Supreme Gentleman, we're trying to treat you nice.
Yeah, we're trying to treat you
trying
well.
To show you we love you.
Trying to show you love.
Man.
$5 get you one, $10 get you two.
Yeah, $10 get you two.
$10 get you two.
A 2 for 1,
$10
man.
two.
Would you rather have two shorties or one?
Yeah, it's true. You got to have a side bitch. Yeah, thanks for joining us this week. I was just talking to Luke about how Hurricane Milton. This will come out after Hurricane Milton absolutely destroys my family home. So that's great.
My parents are about to get owned by Hurricane Milton.
Yeah. I said Milton's about to bitch slap my entire family.
About to get owned.
It's gonna suck.
Isn't it the most powerful hurricane in like a decade or something? Like that?
Yeah, I was reading. There was something trending on Twitter that was Category 6 because Category 5 is the limit of the scale, and they're like, is it possible Milton could make a new category? It's like the Shohei Ohtani of storms. A new 50-50 club.
The 50-50 hurricane.
50-50 hurricane. Milton's breaking records in the Gulf of Mexico right now. You look at a picture of it and you go, I can't believe it's that large.
It's like the size of Alaska.
It's as big as the Gulf of Mexico. And you go, is it gonna hit us or not? Yeah,
it's gonna destroy you.
It could go straight south from where it is now, and it will still hit my family.
I always wonder, like the places like Biloxi, Mississippi, do they rebuild or is it just a shit show over there?
I don't know.
Like, is it just tattered forever?
I don't know.
Places like that just get mollywopped.
I mean, Naples, like southwest Florida, got it pretty bad a little while ago. You rebuild.
Fort Myers.
There's a lot of infrastructure in place because there's an assumption that this is going to happen. It's just a particularly bad one.
Yeah,
that's what was so bad about New Orleans was the levees.
Yeah,
the levees were bad.
I remember when I went to Pensacola, it was like all the houses were these like kind of gaudy, cheaply, ugly, weird, like pastel colored fake homes sitting on these giant stilts. Yeah, really weird.
It's because of storm surge. It's because the water will rise like 15, 20 feet or something when a storm passes by.
Crazy.
Yeah, which I still don't quite understand why that happens.
Do they still take them out? Like those
stilts?
Like, do the houses still get fucked up by the hurricane?
Well, if they're on the stilts, then they're not going to get flooded, but they will still be affected by wind and rain. So that's the idea.
But as powerful as Milton is, it can't take the stilts down? Or does it sometimes just cut the
I'm
stilts
sure
down?
they sometimes get the stilts if the winds are bad enough, I could imagine.
Yeah.
But the flooding is what's going to really destroy a home.
Okay.
Because the wind, it might not knock down the house. Maybe a tree falls on the house, something like that, or something. But like the foundation is not just going to rip up. It's not like a tornado running straight across it.
Yeah.
But like flooding, storm surge is what's going to just imagine your house just had 6 feet of water in it. It's like, it's over for that house. You just totaled your house. It's horrible. You have we have a one-story home. Family home. There's just a chihuahua swimming in the fucking.
There's just cheese puffs floating around the living room.
Cheese puffs. It's just someone standing on their walker to be able to breathe. But it's fucking gonna absolutely. It's a reckoning of sorts. And I think I don't want to I don't want to equate these two, but there is the war in Israel, right? I don't know if they're the same. I don't know if they're correlated.
Yeah,
but
did somebody consider? Did we consider pulling funding from Israel? We must have.
That must have happened.
We must have consideed pulling funding from Israel.
And then they said, "Well, see you, Florida."
Well, and they said, "Okay, you like North Carolina?" Well, it would be in the foot. There's a very nice stilts, you know.
Be a shame.
Be a shame if someone chopped the stilts down.
And then they go like this. Yeah, they look like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, something like that. So that's gonna suck ass. I've been calling my family. It's nothing I can really do. Yeah. That's like kind of the shittiest things. You just call and they're like, "Yep, it's really bad, and we're preparing and we're scared." And I'm like, "All right, see you later." You know, like, what am I supposed to do? You know, I can't do anything.
Yeah, they know they're just about to get. They're about to get locked.
They're about to get absolutely posterized by Milton. They really should have picked a less nebbish name.
Yeah,
Milton. That's the character in Family Guy, isn't it? Let me see, Milton.
Hurricane Ari.
Yeah, Hurricane Ira.
Hurricane Mordecai is coming this
through.
Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
Hurricane Ira.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like, it couldn't have been like Hurricane Dontavius.
Yeah.
That's the real name of this hurricane.
Yeah.
It's Hurricane Quandale.
Hurricane Tyrone.
Hurricane DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
Tropical Storm Shaniqua.
Tropical Storm Jamal. Yeah, dude, I mean, something. Saquon Barkley. Just name it after, like, just name it after, like, just Hurricane Derrick Henry. Just name it after bulldozing running backs from the NFL.
Hurricane Braylon Allen is a Class 6.
We got DK Metcalf coming through the Gulf of Mexico right now. Just a brick shithouse forming over the Gulf.
So what is it going to do to your parents' house?
Who knows? I mean, it's like, so the last one that came through caused a lot of flooding, but they're saying, I mean, that was a Category 3. This is looking like it's a Category 4 right now. It did go down as of right now.
Okay.
Because I think it hit a little bit of land, but yeah. So that was a 3 that just rode past the Gulf. This is like headed straight for. Like, because it didn't even really make landfall, the one earlier. It hit the north. It kind of rode up parallel with Florida. This is, like, heading smack. So it's going to get rain and that kind of rain and wind and that kind of storm surge, if not worse storm surge.
Heading straight for Tampa?
Heading directly at Tampa. Like, it's zeroed, it's nailed in, it's
locked in.
Yeah, it's calibrated, it's crosshairs.
Yeah.
Like a sniper.
Yeah.
And is just fucking barreling right towards.
Milton didn't get booked at Side Splitters.
Milton is taking down. Dude, Milton is going after Side Splitters in Tampa.
Yes. Ground zero for Hurricane Milton is Side Splitters Comedy Club.
There's definitely someone who's missing a weekend.
Yeah, there's going to be.
Eddie Ift is going to be flooded out. He's going to be so pissed. He's going to be so pissed. Giannis Pappas is fuming right now.
Faison Love had to reschedule.
They're fucking so mad right now. Someone had a fucking weekend planned for Side Splitters and they are fucking livid right now. They're like, fuck, I'm out like $8,000.
God damn it.
God fucking damn it. Yeah, no, it's gonna get so fucked. It's gonna be so bad.
Yeah.
I'm really worried.
When's it gonna happen?
Like tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the day.
Yeah. Tomorrow's
a big day.
Yeah. The day of reckoning.
Yeah.
I used to love hurricanes as a kid.
Really?
Because they were never that bad.
In Tampa?
Yeah, it'd be like a tropical storm or like a Category 1 or 2, and it like might not, we get a band of it. We don't get like the, the main force.
Because of where you're located on the Gulf or because you're inland in Tampa?
It's being on the Gulf.
No, but I mean, like, why didn't you ever get hit that badly?
Just coincidentally.
I
mean, like, just as far as my life, like, it's just because because Andrew, you remember Hurricane Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was like a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
That was just and luck, like, Katrina going to New Orleans. It's just like the way the wind shifts, whatever. I just kind of got lucky during my life that nothing was really that bad. I mean, I remember having storm surge that would like go up to like, my house is like, 1 foot off the fucking sea level. It's not that high up, but it would like get 6 inches up or something, and then you have 6 inches of water in your front yard, and you could stomp around and play and get ringworm.
Yeah.
And, play, find weird little bugs.
The current is just bringing needles to your front
Yeah,
door.
exactly, dude. It's just washing up, teeth. just cold case files. Just cold case evidence rolling up to my front door. Just Jimmy Hoffa's fucking leg coming just rolling up to my Tampa front door.
Milk cartons with missing girls on them. Right on the welcome mat.
Yeah, definitely, dude. So, that's all going on. When I was a kid, it would be fun. You'd get the day off school, and then you'd run around in the. It would rain and be like bad lightning for a while, but if that chilled out, your parents would let you just kind of stomp around in the stagnant water.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We had snow days.
Yeah. This was like once a year. Maybe we got a hurricane. Maybe
snow days were very based on what time the storm hit and if the plows were able to prepare for it.
That makes sense.
Because the city has snow plows. But
right.
If they didn't plan for it.
But let's say the storm comes at like from 4 to 8 in the morning or something like that. Yeah.
Like ideally as a kid. Yeah. Ideally as a kid, it's like a Christmas morning. You wake up. There's a shitload of snow. It came at 5 a.m. They didn't have time.
How many snow days do you think you had a year?
2.
Yeah.
Not that many.
Right.
No.
People think like, that's what I think hurricanes kind of the same thing. You think, oh, you must get days off all the time. It's like, not really.
We did get 1 week off. I was 13 or 14. I was in 8th grade. And we had an October storm.
Yeah.
And nobody was prepared for it. And it was like a full-on blizzard in October.
Oh, no.
And so we got like a week off of school. That was sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
That was sweet. That was a nice surprise.
Power goes out.
Yeah.
Old people die.
Yeah.
Their heating goes off.
Yeah.
Gas explodes. You're like, let's fucking go.
Dude, once a year, a guy gets crushed by a tree. That happens like once a year in Buffalo. Nice. Guy just fucking out there shoveling it in his Josh Allen jersey. Just gets squashed.
Yeah.
And
I saw some guys downtown with Bills gear last night. I felt so bad for them.
It's a Greek tragedy.
Dude, it was so bad. You have Allen and Cook in fantasy. I do.
So you're more incentivized to watch Bills games.
Yeah, I watch the Bills every week now. And the Cardinals, weirdly. So you 2 Cardinals players, but yeah.
Yeah. You have Connor and Harrison. Maserati Marv.
I love Maserati Marv.
He's sick.
He's so cool.
Yeah, he's great.
Connor's sick, too, just downhill.
Yeah.
Big man.
Connor's been good for a while.
He's
cancer
sick.
survivor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older.
My buddy from high school was his backup at Pitt.
Nice.
And they were like besties.
That's sick.
I remember him posting all about James Connor's cancer.
Oh, what did he have?
I think leukemia.
Oh, wow. That's a bad one.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
He beat it, got drafted.
Yeah,
has just been good for 8 years.
He's drafted. He's like 80 pounds in a wheelchair. Just his make-a-wish is to be drafted to the NFL.
Okay, so we could put you in at punter.
I think he could. Yeah, he could be long snap or hold the ball and
yeah, you can hold the ball
on kicks.
Yeah, the Bills are they're just a Greek tragedy.
Were they 3-2?
Yeah, it's just we lose every game like that. Every nail biter down to the wire.
Yeah.
Last second game.
The Ravens destroyed them.
No. That for sure. But I mean, in that situation, when it goes, oh my God, it's coming down to the wire.
You're going to lose.
Without fail. It was a
59-yarder, right?
I've never been more sure of myself how sure I was that ball was going to go through the uprights. I was positive. Autumn was like, it's a long field goal. I was like, guaranteed it goes in.
Yeah.
Dude, Jake Elliott from the Eagles hit a 61-yarder in pouring rain to beat us last year. 61-yard game winner. Or,
the curse of the Bills.
To send him to overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was brutal. And Allen looked like shit.
Horrible.
He looked like shit.
He's Yes, he had his worst game probably I've ever seen.
He was fully concussed.
He's been knocked out 2 games in a row. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, he's fully concussed.
This is the second week in a row he's been
and they
knocked
just put him
out.
back in.
They give him smelling salts.
Yeah.
Like it's 19, like he's Joe Frazier.
Dude, it was crazy. I mean, he was fully like this, like had his hands up. He got whiplashed into the turf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, he's concussed. He can't play.
He got crunched against the Ravens, too.
Yeah, absolutely crunched.
Yeah, he's probably going to get knocked out this week. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you think he's not going to play?
He's going to play for sure. He's a psycho. He never ever misses games and he'll just get hurt and keep playing. Old school. Like, they really have to tell him.
But if he's been doing that a while.
It's not
he's questionable on my app. He's questionable.
There's no way they make him sit. I mean,
I got Geno Smith, so I don't want to play Geno Smith.
They might make him sit, but if it's up to him, he will play. He never, ever misses games.
It's the Jets. If they don't beat the Jets.
Yeah, that's sad. They just fired Saleh, too. If we lose to the Jets, that's depressing. I mean, we have Matt Collins is our ex-wide receiver. He's our number one wideout right now. He is a 31-year-old special teams player who's most known for walking around barefoot.
Okay.
He's known for wearing no shoes and socks.
Okay.
And he's a special...
It's not Shakur?
Shakir's our best player, but he's a slot guy.
Okay.
He's the best player. And Shakir's also like a 5th-round draft pick who thankfully is great. Fantastic player. But it's like, dude, your 5th-round draft pick slot receiver goes out, and you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah, the wide receivers, it's just over.
It's a night. I was just like, I'm a loser rooting for watching losers lose. I'm a loser who watches losers lose. This is my life.
This is how I live.
This is what I do. I'm just like,
dude, I'm such like a petty. Like, I don't know why baseball. I don't know. I don't know if it's easier with. It feels easier with baseball to just have a hatred for a player. Do you have a hatred for any NFL players?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Okay, that's fair.
Easy.
Yeah, they're stars, though. You hate some stars. I hate guys that aren't even that good in baseball. What's his name? Coen?
Yeah.
Lefty pitcher. I'm like, fuck this fucking guy. I hate him. He's like super animated. He like strikes out the side. He's like, yeah, and then just allows 4 runs in 3 innings. I'm like, get fucked.
It's easier.
Get fucking like fuck you. Like,
football's
go Royals.
Football's so aggressively a team sport.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's easy to hate basketball players.
Right, you can hate them individually. Like,
I can hate Karl Anthony Towns in my sleep. I can hate
baseball players, it's easier. Something about Giancarlo Stanton, I go, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't like that he has a closed stance. He has 1 foot way in front of the other.
I'm telling you, because a lot of the time you're watching, it's just him on the screen.
Yeah, and also Giancarlo, not his name. Did you know this?
No.
He went to Italy once, thought the name Giancarlo was cool, and just said, now I'm Giancarlo.
What's his name, like Robert
His name
Stanton?
is Michael Stanton.
What a psycho.
He's like a black guy from fucking California or something.
What a freak.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, I'm Giancarlo.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, you're like, your name is Michael Stanton.
Man, that go hard. I might have to call myself Giancarlo.
Yo, Giancarlo. What that John was? What that John was? Giancarlo?
Yeah.
I'm John. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm right about that. I know his name's not really Giancarlo, but I'm like, what's his real name?
Michael Stanton.
I swear it's Michael Stanton.
Just got an accountant's name.
I swear. And then he bats all weird and he's slow as hell. Yeah, no, he's his name's Michael.
Michael Stanton is so funny.
Yeah, I'm almost certain he just like picked that name up. Maybe I'm just totally lying. This is just not even true at all.
All of a sudden, it's just Giuseppe Jeter.
Yeah, his name is fucking actually Michael.
Giuseppe Jeter.
Oh, wait, never mind. I think it is Giancarlo. I'm just totally wrong.
Where did you get this?
I don't know. I think my friend's mom told me this a while ago. I thought it was true. Never mind. Phil, fuck that guy. I'm just dead wrong.
That's such a Tampa
spreading
mom thing. You know he picked that name.
He made that shit up.
He made that shit up.
Name.
Ain't nobody really named
I guess
Giancarlo.
He's Puerto Rican from Florida. I thought he was a black guy from California who changed his name to Giancarlo. I'm just dead wrong. Okay, hold on. This is bothering me now. Whatever. We'll do it in post. Who cares? We love spreading misinformation.
We love spreading misinformation.
Giancarlo is a black guy from
that's
from
prime misinformation. He's a black guy from Compton.
His name is Mike.
Michael Stanton III.
No, his name is. He went by Mike. It says because his name is Giancarlo Michael Stanton.
Oh, okay.
But everyone called him Michael, and then he was like, "I'm switching Giancarlo because that's my real first name."
Okay.
Which is not much of a story.
He is kind of a cooler name than Michael.
Yeah, it's a way cooler name.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo's a sick name. Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see Megalopolis so bad. I haven't seen it.
Everybody is absolutely destroying it.
I know, but it's such a one-of-a-kind film. You kind of have to see it. Because just the story, just the context of it. I was watching that video essay about it.
Because it's a Francis Ford Coppola sci-fi film?
It's, he's been working on it since the 80s. He's been trying to make it for 40 years.
That's so sad.
But did you know about like his private studio he made?
No.
So I think it was called Zoetrope or something like that. After he had these huge hits, he's like, I'm sick of executives. I'm going to make my own place that's like, prisoners running the prison.
Inmates running the prison.
Inmates running the prison. It's going to be like artist-led, craftsman-led, with a director as its leader. And we're going to be like this indie thing, and we're going to make all this shit like privately without any influence from, executives from like, movie company executives.
Just exactly what Tyler Perry's been doing for 20 years.
Yeah, but well, yeah, but he's just, how you doing? Yeah, it's just like Apocalypse Now.
Gentrifying Tyler Perry's dream.
Yeah, just totally. No, well, Tyler Perry came after Francis Ford Coppola. If anything, Francis Ford was the OG here. Yeah, Francis Ford walked so that Medea could run.
Sounds like Megalopolis is not much better than Medea's. Than Big
Medea
Mama's
goes to
House
Megalopolis.
3. Medea goes to Megalopolis.
How you doing? Just randomly talking to Adam Driver.
Yeah.
All right, Medea, go back to the club. No, but I just want to say, well, so he made that private film studio, and he's trying to make so the first movie that comes out is called One from the Heart. Have you heard of that movie from him?
No.
It's like, so he makes all these like epics, and then he makes this romantic musical that takes place in Vegas, and he didn't want to film in Vegas. So they just made Vegas at this studio in like the early 80s for like $28 million, which is like a very expensive movie for then. And it made like $800,000 he just tanked it. He just tanked it on the first project. and then he had to sell all his shit. He goes into debt, like all this stuff.
He went into debt?
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola?
Yeah, because he invested all this money into the studio itself, and then also made the movie for another $30 million and lost that. So everything about it just absolutely tanked. So he's like, no more gatekeepers, no more this, and it's just into the dirt. And then he had to like work again for these executives who he tried to like shirk. So then he had to make all these like crowd pleasing like shitty movies, like fucking he made that Robin Williams movie, Jack, like all that shit like would not have happened. So he declared like bankruptcy 3 times between 1980 and 1992.
It's kind of tragic that this is also a bad movie though.
Yeah.
Like, this would be the, like...
There's something kind of beautiful about that, though, don't you know? You know what I mean?
It would be beautiful if it tanked in the box office, but it was, like, a really awesome film.
No, because it should be just bad. Like, he should have the freedom... People should have the freedom to make something horrible and lose money and just fuck up, and it sucks. Because, like, it just makes no sense. It's fucking weird. It's not weird in a good way. It's just him taking this massive swing and miss. There's something awesome about that.
Yeah, I mean, you do have the freedom to do it. It's just...
Right. That's what's beautiful about it, is it's like, it's pure liberty, and a lot of people only celebrate liberty when it's something good,
Yes.
It's kind of nice to celebrate freedom to be terrible.
I think that happens more often. I think that when people blaze their own trail...
It sucks.
Like Kevin Costner's new thing.
Oh, is it bombing?
I think everybody says it's terrible. I don't think anybody really cares.
It's like a 4-part mega western.
Yes,
it's
and
like,
I think he invested like $40 million of his own money into it, and everybody said it stinks.
Crazy.
It's bad.
Crazy. Yeah, that's all. Isn't that kind of awesome?
Yeah, I mean, it's also you get to see inside his mind. It's like Kevin Costner.
Yes, that's the
like
thing.
what a specific brand of narcissism to like need to be a cowboy for 12 hours. So, like,
that's badass.
You're a multimillionaire. You're gonna blow every cent you have on just being a cowboy for a half of a day.
So funny.
Half a day.
He's no way he's from cowboy stock, is he?
Kevin Costner? No, I bet he's from Santa Monica.
Yeah.
No way.
He's so funny. He's just from fucking New Hampshire.
Yeah, he's from Rancho Cucamonga. He's not from fucking...
So he grew up surfing.
Yeah.
He's just a narcissist from Santa Monica.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm a cowboy now.
Yeah, he's definitely an airhead who's obsessed with himself from Oceanside, California.
Yeah, it's
and
so
he blew
cool.
all of his money to be a
There's
cowboy.
that interview of him being like, I like the alpha male, or whatever he's saying. He's like, I like strong men. That's what I meant. I love big, strong fucking guys, fucking cowboys, fucking cool guys taking shots of mezcal. That's my vibe.
Yeah.
And a Hollywood gay fucking lib Hollywood doesn't want me to do. And it's like, dude, it just bombs.
Whenever I see an interview like that with like him or like Dennis Quaid or whatever, I'm always like, oh, for sure you have a trans kid.
Oh, yeah.
100%. You for sure have a trans kid. Elon's got a trans. They all have trans kids.
I know.
I'm like, rich people have trans kids, and then the rich fathers of the trans kids
spaz out,
freak out, and become like cowboys or like 4chan mods.
You know, I'm a billionaire from California, and I put my kid through that, and now they're trans. What?
What? Wait, I don't understand. So let me get this straight.
Oh my God.
My kid goes to a private high school in the Pacific Palisades. I never see him, and he's raised by a Jamaican woman.
Yeah.
And he becomes trans? That doesn't make any sense.
Wow. Okay, I thought I raised him to be a strong man in the Palisades. I thought he was gonna pick himself up by his bootstraps and get out of Beverly Hills.
Yeah. I thought in Bel Air he was learning to be an alpha man.
Yeah, I thought I sent him to archery camp that one time. I sent him to archery camp in the foothills of the Adirondacks.
This doesn't make any sense.
He did that intern at the cidery?
He did community theater with Jamie Lynn Spears. How is he not?
How is this? This doesn't. He interned at Nickelodeon under Dan Schneider. How in the world?
How is he not an alpha male?
How is he not a normal broski?
He spent every day at Schneider's house, and now he's trans.
He spent every day at Schneider's house, and now he's telling me he has PTSD and complex trauma. What? Yeah, these people are so out of touch. It's unbelievable.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
That's Coppola too. He's just so out of touch. It's like it's almost beautiful.
Yeah,
it's like his own. Like
I like your take at it. You like it.
Yeah. Well, I think like. Because there's a fine line between out of touch and the positive, he's in his own world. You know, like, that's what you get when you have, like, geniuses. They're like, they live in their own world. He's just in his own mind.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds really cool. But if you're that mind and you make something like shit, you're like, oh, you're an out of touch idiot. Like, you've never talked to a normal person in your life.
Those guys' hits are usually their misses are usually as significant as their hits.
Yeah.
It's either absolute genius or it's utter dog shit.
Right, which I kind of love.
Kanye. That's totally Kanye.
That's definitely Kanye.
Kanye, he'll make a song and you're like, how did you even
think
this
is
good? Like that, or like I'm like,
oh, how'd you even make
you're
this?
blowing my mind that this is even the way music sounds and that you wanted to make this. This is weird.
This came from your head and you just put it onto paper
Why did
or whatever.
Ty Dolla $ign and Bon Iver fit perfectly into this?
Yeah, it's so good.
You know, this is crazy. And then he makes something and you're like, this is racket. It's just weird noise.
Yeah, it's just noise. Or it's fucking that gospel album, which was not good.
Jesus is King.
Jesus is King, and he just got obsessed with gospel, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you see those clips from like Sunday church, and you're like, oh my god,
oh, they're so sick.
This is like
when he was doing Sunday service. That was so.
Sunday
sweet.
service is like the highest form of art there is. You're like, this is pure beauty.
Yeah,
and you're like, wow, it's like gives you chills.
Yeah.
It's like so amazing. And
he was always ripping in those clips. He's destroying.
Always destroying.
It's so
always
sick.
destroying. Or you see him do Runaway at what was it? MTV Music Awards.
VMAs. Yeah.
Like you're like he's the smartest person who's ever lived.
I saw him do Runaway live, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
He would just hit that one piano note and then like stomp around the stage, and everybody was going nuts.
Yeah, it would lose my mind.
Do it a little, more closely to each other each time.
So sick.
Picked up the tempo on the one note, and then he just.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, no, that'd be so sick. No, Kanye's low-key the Francis Ford Coppola of the music world.
Yeah.
And Kevin Costner's the Kanye of cowboys.
Yeah, it's funny, the people who make the greatest stuff, they usually make garbage.
Yeah.
They usually make utter garbage at some point.
Right, and it just kind of bums you out that, I don't know.
The other thing is...
Because you have to have like a infrastructure to invest on the fails and the hits.
Yeah.
And, of course, the infrastructure is going to be like, no, make more hits. And they're like, no, I want to do this, crazy, stupid, weird thing. And they're going to be like, yeah, dude, no.
Well,
but
also,
it could be awesome.
Trying to just immediately transit. What a lot of these guys do is they try to enter a new genre or medium.
Yeah.
And that's when it usually bombs.
Yeah.
when it goes, yeah.
It's Jordan playing baseball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're like, eh.
You're like, we love you, Jordan. You can literally do no wrong as long as you're playing basketball.
Yeah.
There's a tiniest caveat here. It's kind of like Coppola, like.
But if you made Apocalypse Now or Dark Twisted Fantasy or hit like buzzer beater,
you'd have to think.
You would go, I could do anything.
I can do anything. And that's kind of that attitude, like, that's what the thing, it's like, there's that quote about Coppola is that he doesn't get permission for anything, he just makes something.
Yeah.
And then also, like, he was talking in an interview and he said, like, I don't know, he said, I do not know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. I just start making a movie and then the movie tells me what to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, Apocalypse Now, he's like, Apocalypse Now was a disaster. Like, filming it was a disaster. It was horrible. He was like, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. It was a nightmare. And then it's like one of the best movies of all time. That was in Heart of Darkness? What?
Heart of Darkness was the
book.
Yeah.
But the actual filming of it, he was
wasn't Heart of Darkness the
documentary? Documentary? No,
yeah.
This is I don't know what that's from. I was just watching this like hour-long video essay about Megalopolis. It got me hyped. I was like, I gotta go see it.
Yeah.
I have to go see it.
Just to watch the badness?
Yeah, you just gotta see it, you know?
That's a good way to look at it.
You just have to see it. I don't know, like, I canceled Joker 2 because I heard it was so bad.
Well, it's so funny because I was telling you it was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even see it, but from all accounts.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But you, again, were psyched.
Yeah, I was psyched on it, and then it was shit on so badly that I was like, I can't. It was like date night with my girl. I was like, I don't want to go see a bad movie with you. Like, let's. Yeah. So we went and saw The Substance, which is like a well-reviewed like body horror like comedy.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
I just hated it.
What was wrong with it?
It's just the genre is just not for me. It's disgusting. I mean, it's truly vile.
What do you mean?
So it's body horror like Cronenberg or like some of it I like. I like The Fly.
Well, explain what body horror is. I don't know what it is.
Like, it's the most grotesque things on film. Like, it's usually like, and it's specifically about like the body. Like,
like Human Centipede or something?
No, more like, did you see the new Cronenberg movie with Viggo Mortensen? And
I'm not a big horror guy.
Okay. It's like deformed bodies.
Okay.
Like mutation, gross, pus, blood, bones, and it's like there's basically I don't want to spoil The Substance for anybody, so I'm trying not to.
But go ahead.
Yeah, spoiler alert for The Substance. The premise is it's Demi Moore is a aging star. You can take this drug that makes a body double of you, but it uses your genetics to make like a beautiful version of you, and you like give birth to it. So there's like a whole scene where like a beautiful woman comes out of the breaking spine of Demi Moore, and you just see that, and it's just disgusting.
Nice.
And I'm like, dude, fucking ew. And then there's also there's some fight scenes in it, and there was like this very gnarly, bloody fight scene where one character is taking another character's head and slamming it repeatedly into broken glass, and they just show you 100% of it.
Okay.
And that scene, I actually got physically nauseated.
So it's like full gore.
Gore.
Yeah.
It's like gore and like disgusting gore, like puke and pus. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So I go, that was just vile. I just hated every second of that. Like,
it's a funny date with your girlfriend.
I know. Well, you think, horror, crazy. Like, the Cronenberg thing was, like, actually kind of better. It was, like, slower and whatever. But, no, I was just disgusted. I was like, I wish I had seen Joker 2. Yeah. I'm like, I'd rather see Joaquin Phoenix be bad at singing than this. It's disgusting.
It's such a what I love about what's so poetic about Joker 2 is that it was clearly such a cash grab, and it will not grab for sure. Phillips made A Star Is Born.
Oh yeah,
and then just made another Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga musical.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the laziest thing ever to just go, what if instead of making another Joker, we just made Joker a Lady Gaga music?
It sounds cool on paper, though.
It's the most transparent cash grab. The funniest part is that it's not going to grab the cash.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so
bomb.
bad that it's going to bomb.
It's going to bomb.
But I wonder how many people will go hate watch it. I'm the opposite, but two of us.
Madam Web I saw in theaters, and it was one of the best theaters experiences ever.
Yeah.
Just like a theater, like a quarter full of people seeing this bombing movie that's been out for a month, and all of us laughing. Yeah. Like, it's not a funny movie. It's not supposed to be a funny movie, and we were all just dying laughing.
Yeah, I wonder, like, I feel like most of 2 for 2 here that we didn't go see Joker because everyone said it sucks.
Yeah.
So you're not going to even get the irony viewers.
Right. I want to see it on streaming. Maybe I'll watch it. That's where I was with Megalopolis, but that video essay got me hyped, dude.
Yeah.
I want to go see it now.
Well, I was also pumped Shia was in it.
I love Shia. He's also has an unhinged performance, apparently. He's just weird as shit the whole time.
Great.
I've seen clips. Have you seen that clip of Adam Driver talking to his assistant or whatever her name is? The one where he goes, "Go back to the club." You haven't seen that? Oh, no. My God. It's so fucking funny. It's not supposed to be funny at all. But at one point, so he's talking to this girl, and they're having some sort of argument. I don't really know the context, but it's just the clip I get. And it's Adam Driver going, he says, "Do you think the quote is, you think your brief stint in medical school gives you the right to plow the riches of my Emersonian mind?"
I mean...
And she goes, "Entitles me?" And he goes, "Yes."
This is crazy.
"Entitles me?" He goes, "Yes." So, and then he goes, "So go back to the club."
This is insane. This is crazy.
I'm like, I need to see it.
He's just playing a gay opera singer.
He's playing like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Everyone in it is just insane. I mean, it's in New Rome. You know, it's in New Rome. That's the setting, is that what if New York City was New Rome instead of New York City?
Weird.
Yeah, super weird.
Kind of retarded.
Because it's based apparently on this book called 12 Who Defied the Gods or something like that. 12 Against the Gods. And it's like a list. It's like a historical book about 12 figures from history. And one of them is, what's his name? It's this guy in Rome who tried to overthrow Rome. It's a guy who was in horrible debt who tried to overthrow the Roman government because he thought like the system was unfair. And you're like, well, who does this remind you of?
Yeah.
Francis Ford in horrible debt trying to overthrow the movie system.
Yeah.
So apparently like it's like a 1-to-1 Adam Driver. It just is Francis Ford Coppola.
Nice.
So I'm like, I gotta see this.
And it's still bad.
Yeah, and apparently he quotes himself all the time. Like he'll take a thing he said in an interview and just put it in the movie.
Just pure narcissism.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I gotta see it.
Yeah, you're kind of getting me hyped for this.
I know.
Yeah,
you gotta go watch it.
It's insane.
Yeah, I gotta see it. I'm gonna see it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see it. I can't for right now, but yeah, I'm too
just
busy.
A deranged genius's train wreck.
Yeah, dude, so good. And
Fun.
He's like 86.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks awesome. Apparently, he like fired half the crew. Like he's just a nightmare. This is the
last thing he's ever gonna do.
Yeah,
is this horrible?
That'll
movie.
be like his last imprint on the movie industry. You're like, let's fucking go, dude.
It is more interesting than like the Coen brothers just nail us more. They nail the same type of movie every time. They change genres a little bit, but they know what they're doing.
Well, what was the last Coen brothers movie? Hell Caesar?
No. Well, what was the last Coen? Well, they worked on...
They worked on the show, Fargo?
Did they?
I don't think
Noah
so.
Hawley. Let me see. What was the last Coen brothers movie?
I don't know. I thought it was Hail Caesar, which was like kind of a flop. I think it was supposed to be... I think it was like...
was Inside Llewyn Davis the last one?
Really? That was after Hail Caesar?
No, Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh, which was great.
Killer.
Yeah, but that is that's very Coen brothers.
Coen brothers, Inside Llewyn Davis. Even though Country is different, but it's Coen brothers-y.
Yeah, well, they just have style. It's hard to differentiate. Oh, they're doing the same movie with. Oh no, this is a style.
They rule though.
Yeah, they're great.
But they never really divert that far from their style.
Yeah, that's true.
And so they never really miss too hard.
No, I mean I haven't seen Hail Caesar, but I hear it's not great. And then I didn't like Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
I don't love Burn After Reading.
It's like a comedy. It's like a slapstick comedy, and I'm like, I'm not really laughing here.
Yeah. That's probably the farthest they went out of bounds.
Yeah. Because they always have comedy. There's always funny aspects to all their movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Inside Llewyn Davis was not funny, though. It was just dark.
I love it. Yeah, but when he's singing with Adam Driver and Timberlake.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. But even that's like a cringe funny. Yeah. Yeah, he goes, what does he say? He's like, space. Yeah, space.
Yeah.
Whoop, space. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes, please, Mr. Kennedy. Yeah.
That movie's great.
Like, who fucking wrote this shit? Just Timberlake. I did. That, you know, it's a real guy that it's based on?
No.
Dave Van Gronk.
It's based on Bob Dylan
life.
that never made it.
Kind of, yeah. Folk singer who just failed.
Nice.
Yeah. The classic, I don't see any money in this. Which there's not. It's folk.
No.
It was like the folk revival thing was dead. You know, he was just a talented folk singer too late.
Yeah.
Dave Van Ronk, I think is his name. Yeah. He did like Cocaine Blues or something. Which is I think a folk song. I don't think it's his.
Yeah, fucking. Is that guy still alive?
No way.
No.
I think he died in like the 90s. But he's I mean the fucking abortion stuff in that movie, it's so good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's so good.
I got a little sick of Fargo, the show.
Yeah.
The movie's amazing. First 2 seasons rule. Third season I kind of
tapped out.
It just started to drag.
I can't with these dramas that go nowhere. I really just can't.
Really?
Nah.
You don't like a drama that goes nowhere?
Nope.
Interesting.
I think there needs to be something going on.
I kind of well, did you watch any of Fargo?
No.
It's pretty
yeah.
solid plot.
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a more
they're like crime dramas, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't go nowhere.
Okay, that's fair.
But I also do like a movie that goes nowhere most of the time. Kind of love it.
I don't mind a movie that goes nowhere.
You don't like a show that goes nowhere.
For some reason, I can't just do with these like episodics that are just like
they
could never end. I don't like that.
Yeah,
they need to have an end.
Donahue tried to get me watching Olive Kitteridge.
No, I don't know it.
It's Frances McDormand, and it really doesn't go anywhere. It's a miniseries. It's arduous. It's tough. It's a tedious
I like
watch.
Frances a lot.
She's my favorite.
She's unbelievable.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult.
Yeah, did you watch Nomadland?
Yeah, fell asleep.
Me too. Boring as shit. You're like, it would suck to be an Amazon worker.
Yeah. I was trying.
It's crazy how much that got its dick sucked by Hollywood.
Yeah, but if you make that movie, it gets its dick sucked.
I know, but it's such bullshit, don't you think?
Kinda, yeah.
These evil fucking capitalist stooges are like, this one was great.
Yeah.
I feel terrible for the Amazon workers.
Yeah, it's almost like stylistically, if you make something just kind of slow and melancholy, it will hit.
Yeah.
With the critics.
Yeah, but also like the subject and like the whole fucking point is that like workers' rights are being absolutely decimated.
Yeah.
I guess Hollywood is very union-based, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the critics are probably pro-union.
Yeah, of course they are.
Critics aren't rich people.
No, not generally. But like the Academy is a bunch of film execs, isn't it?
But how much did they decide what they like? Or how much is
or
what
are they just
like
kind of putting their ear to the ground?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Kumail Nanjiani was in the Academy. Is he really getting pensive in between fucking sets of bicep curls? He's getting real pensive about his, takeaway of Nomadland.
I don't know, dude. Probably.
Maybe.
He's probably getting in his feelings about it.
I feel like the critics are angry, kind of broke.
Yeah.
People in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And they care deeply about their own opinion about Nomadland. It's why they're good at being critics.
Yeah.
And then I think the Academy goes, all right.
All right, well, that guy liked it over there.
Yeah.
You got to see American Fiction. It's a masterpiece.
American Fiction.
It's Jeffrey Wright, and he's like a professor who writes a book. He writes very serious novels. He's a black professor. He writes very serious novels and doesn't they're not about blackness at all. They're just like serious dramas. And then he gets like pissed off that people he knows are writing like hood exploitation novels and like making millions of dollars. So he writes one ironically called it's called what the fuck does he call it? It's called like My Experience or something like that. It's like so purposely terrible. I forget what it was called in the actual movie, but he just writes one ironically as a pretend gangster who just got out of prison and like writes his like memoir experience. Yeah. And it becomes this like massive hit that he wrote under his pseudonym, and so he has to assume that character and like go out and but he does it like all anonymously. He's just calling into like Oprah as like a hood guy. It's very funny.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's great. It's so good. It's worth a watch.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's very funny. I think it got nominated Best Picture, I think, but it kind of went under the radar. I feel like a lot of people didn't see it.
Yeah.
But it's like a true comedy and like a true good dramedy with like really laugh out loud good moments and just a great satire. Just like, oh, this is like an excellent satire. But I felt like stuff like this doesn't really pop up too much. Yeah. That was really good. I just watched the movie Hellzapoppin. Have you heard of it?
No.
Joe showed it to me. It's a slapstick comedy from the 40s that's like way ahead of its time. It's like this. It's free on YouTube, Weeklings, if you want to check it out.
This is gonna be
Hellzapoppin.
You liked it?
Loved it.
That's gonna be tough for me.
Go watch it, dude. It's perfect.
I'll watch it. I just know myself. I think.
Do you like Airplane?
Yeah, but like, do I want to sit down and watch Airplane? Like, will I want to do that in the next year?
You don't want to watch a funny movie?
You're just so old. It's hard.
It has words. It's just in black and white.
Yeah, I know. It
has sound, rather.
It's hard for me to get on board with really old movies. I can appreciate them.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I sound like I'm describing like a Marx Brothers, like weird Smothers Brothers radio hour that I get and no one. It's just funny.
I believe you.
Like Airplane is just funny.
Like, I don't know. Do you ever see like North by Northwest? It's a great movie, but it's hard for me to be like, I'm not going to sit down and watch North by Northwest.
I don't even know. Is that the train one?
What, Cary Grant?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
It's like an old classic. It's like a Citizen Kane-esque
but I mean,
classic.
Have you seen like 12 Angry Men?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did. There's like early 70s.
Some stuff ages great.
It's hard for me to go further back than early 70s. That's like the edge of me before I'm more just learning about this movie.
I don't know. I wouldn't write something off just because it's old.
I wouldn't write it off, but I know myself it's going to be tough to watch.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's an hour, 20-minute slapstick comedy.
And
I mean,
it's
if
hilarious.
You can't pay attention to that, you're brainless.
I'm not paying attention to it.
Then what's the problem? Black and white?
No, it's just that I can't connect with it because it's really old.
I mean, you got to see it. It has nothing to do with like there's no references to 1940. The whole thing is like they're making it's like a meta movie about making a romance movie, and it just becomes sort of like, it's hard to say. There's two characters who are just comedians who just kind of skulk about like a real movie thing and like fuck with it.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do. It's really fast. It's really fast paced. There's like a million jokes a minute. It's kind of like Wet Hot American Summer, all those Leslie Nielsen movies. It's like that, but from the 40s.
I'll watch it.
It's great.
All right.
If you don't like it, I'll be mad.
I might not like it. I might like it. I might think it's great.
I just think you just don't know what's good or bad.
Here we go. Dude, we talked about this on Gentleman's Duel. If you want to check that out. This is not an episode of that show.
No.
Mind you. You can't. If I don't like something, it drives you nuts.
You always have terrible reasons. I just know I can't like something old. I just know it.
I didn't say I know I can't like it.
I just know that because it's old, it must be bad.
I can't imagine if everyone's opinion infuriated me as much as you get infuriated. What an exhausting way to exist on this planet.
Look who's talking. Look at the pot calling the kettle black over here.
What an exhausting way to... I'm getting exhausted by proxy. I'm getting exhausted by proxy. I'm getting exhausted thinking about what if your mind is my mind.
You think you
That's dry. That's exhausting.
You think that you have the right... You don't have the right to plow the riches of my Emersonian mind.
This is, by the way, your reaction to me saying I may not like a 1940s black and white
because you're coming into it with a bad attitude for no fucking reason.
Dude, we're retrenching old territory if you're not on the Patreon, but I have no problem doing it. Christoph had an acid trip that made him more annoying.
Please,
I'm telling you, dude. He's decided
that
everybody who doesn't like what he likes is closed-minded.
No,
That's how
I'm saying you're closed-minded.
No,
you're closed-minded.
You do this about everybody.
I have a problem with closed-minded people, and you sometimes exhibit those characteristics. You'll go, I don't know, I don't think I can like it or something. Why?
I think
because it's old.
Not accepting that people have different tastes is more closed-minded.
That's not a taste.
Freaking out.
That's not a taste.
They don't like. I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll like it. I just said
that makes no sense.
I just said, if I was a betting man, I would bet that I probably wouldn't be a huge fan of the black and white 1940 slapstick movie. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and I'll like it. But even just that suggestion drove you up a wall. I could see it starting to bother you in your face. It drives you insane.
It just doesn't make sense. If you hear the characteristics of something, and one of them is that it is old, and you go, my mom probably won't like it. How do you know?
Dude, if someone said, dude, there's this girl, I know you're not going to believe me, but she's really hot. She's a 400-pound Japanese woman, but she's sexy.
That's not the same
I
thing.
will go, hey, dude, I'll see her. Maybe you're right.
That's not the same thing.
But I know myself, I probably don't want to fuck the 400-pound Japanese
That's
woman.
not the same thing. It'd be more like...
It's the same exact.
It's like when people are like, I don't really like black chicks. That's what you're giving me. Old movies are black chicks.
No.
Yes.
A 1940s slapstick
when people
is more
say I'm not
specific
attracted
than
to black chicks, it's just like, what are you talking about? Yes, you are. There's not a part of you goes, bullshit. You look at a hot black lady and go, no, because of her skin, I'm actually not, she's not hot now.
Well, usually I'm like, you're just racist.
Right, you're just racist. You're just ageist against movies.
I'm not ageist.
Could you maybe explore that thought?
There are old movies I like. It's just a lot of them it's hard for me to get into. That's all. That's all. And what you described is very specific.
You sicken me.
This drives you crazy. You'd also think that you have this perspective that you would like everything. Not at all. Also not at all true. Also, you also hate most things.
I don't hate most things. I love stuff.
You simultaneously.
I'm a lover.
I don't even know what you want out of this life. I don't even know what you want. I don't know what you want. No. It's like you want everybody to be open-minded to everything and then like what you like and then listen to you shit on what you hate. It's so like the fact that you went to UCF and not Vassar, like the fact that you didn't go to like some like exhausting liberal arts college.
School?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be, like a real artist and express myself and take things in fully.
The only time
let myself relax and just watch good things.
The only time we're like
open and good.
We're directly in sync about this is probably comedy.
Yeah, well, I despise comedy.
Right there with you. Right there with brother.
I think I've just seen too much of it.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's like, I wonder if I'd be that way with like, the fact that I make it and I've seen so much of it. I think that's really the contributing factor is that I have such a short like attention span now. I space out so easily.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm going to hate most of it. I also just think most of it, like everything is bad and we see all of it. So we are 5% of it's good. We see 100% of it.
Right.
So we 95% of what we see sucks.
Yeah. And
whereas I don't see all movies.
It probably is more like, let's say if, just the human mind is favored towards the negative. So like if you see 100 good things and 100 bad things, you're going to be like, that was bad. You know what I mean? Like you're just naturally, because when things are good, I generally believe that like when things are good, it's more of a state of like oblivion or nothingness, and badness is like you're acutely aware that it sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they were quietly playing bad music at a restaurant, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yes.
If they're quietly playing a beautiful concerto, you just eat your pork chop.
You'd be in the moment.
You just eat your pork chop and not even know that there's music on. Or something. It's something like that.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is this shit on?
Yeah, it really
it like fucks me up. I'm
it
like,
riles you up.
Turn this fucking shit off.
Well, the other thing with movies is like half the movies I've seen are probably great because most of them I either read or heard from a friend, or
you go out of your way to find the good shit.
They go, "Oh, this is really great. You should watch it."
Right.
And then I watch it, and half the time it's great.
Yeah.
I don't get that luxury with comedy.
No.
I just have to see all of it.
Right.
And almost all of it's
It'd be so nice if, like, the only time we saw a comedy was like, your buddy's like, hey, like, I heard of this guy.
Oh, can you imagine if someone just if all my entire association was comedy?
Someone
with
just
recommending
texted you a
Louis
link
and Sebastian.
Right. They just texted you a link to, like, you know, an Eddie Pepitone special, and you're like, this is great.
That'd be killer.
I had no idea about this guy.
Yeah.
I love stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
It's so great. Instead, you have to see like 3 hours of it every day.
Yeah, I'm also like, I'm getting. I feel like I'm getting like less pissy about the stand-up and more pissy about the comedians as humans. Really, because I'm really like, we spend so much time around comics that, like, we were talking about someone earlier, and you were like, oh, I don't know if I like him, and I'm like, I like him because he's like kind of grumpy and angry in a new way. Mm-hmm. Like, I need give me something new.
Yeah.
If a guy's kind of like there's any just new type of personality to be around.
Right.
I've had enough of the
open microbrains.
I've had enough of the social anxiety. I had enough of the social anxiety like 10 years ago. I've had enough. Figure it the fuck out or stay inside. I've had enough. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing push-ups just to get through the conversation with you. It's a fucking effort to get through the conversation.
This is like the least comforting thing to hear if you have social anxiety.
No.
It's so funny.
No.
There's some guy on a podcast going, I know you're freaking out and I fucking hate it.
It's annoying, dude. Oh, fuck.
But can't you kind of go, whatever, that's that guy's head, I'll leave him alone.
Sometimes social anxiety is, like, really endearing. Like, Ryer Cameraman is a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
I really like talking to her.
She's great.
But there's, like, a light in her eyes. And there's, like, something...
She's also, like, a kind, nice person.
That
nice
goes person, but there's, like... Yeah, there's
also plenty of people with social anxiety who are just dickheads.
Yeah,
it's like, if you opened up, I'd hate you.
Yeah.
I don't care that you're nervous.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think that's a lot of it. I mean, a lot of the worst personalities in comedy are like, they're like socially anxious, mean people.
Yeah.
And you're like, how? You can't be both, dude. Shut up. I mean, that's me. I'm a socially anxious, mean guy.
There's also like a lot of like passive aggressive bitterness, which drives me really annoying. Like the guy, like the comedian with no real personality who you could tell is deeply pissed off about everything.
Right.
But he's not really telling you why. He's just like, yeah. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Like that whole vibe.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't like it.
If you're gonna, I'd rather you eviscerate this person we're talking.
Just be open.
Yeah, give me some
but
fucking
they're not,
red
a lot
meat.
of those people aren't like articulate.
Yeah,
they're inarticulate, so they can't even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
Maybe it's me.
It could be you.
Maybe it's me. My buddies, we were talking. We have a fantasy group chat with all my best friends from home.
Yeah.
And I was been talking a lot of shit about fantasy because I'm not boozing, so I got obsessed with fantasy, and my team's pretty good. And they're all, like, I've told you before, they're becoming more normies. Mm-hmm. They're just getting older, and we live weird lives, and they live regular, nice guy lives.
Yeah.
And so they're just becoming normie-ish.
Yeah.
And they really hated my shit talk about fantasy this year more than
they're like,
they
can you
usually
like
would.
just tone it down?
They're just like, dude, shut up. Stop. Oh, you fucking hit me up. Tell me you're pushing my shit in. Like I was talking too much shit, so they hate it. So
that's why they're not willing to smack talk back anymore. They just go, dude, come on.
Yeah, they just go, dude, you're being exhausting. That's just what I'm getting. Like,
that's so funny.
Then I started doing this thing that you're trying to go, you know what? Fine. Because all they do is like golf and play pickleball, normie guy stuff. So I go back to your regularly scheduled programming. No worries. And now I've been playing this character for 3 days where I won't text them about anything besides I do like a normie golf character.
Jesus,
I just text them about my 3-wood. And
you're
like,
the most passive aggressive asshole in the world.
I refuse to talk to them normally.
Shit.
Dude, I'll read you some of the text. It's been making me laugh so hard. Because they'll try to restart the shit talk. I refuse to talk about anything besides golf, which I hate.
Your Titleist line out looks pretty cool.
Dude, literally. They're texting me that Robert Saleh, Jets coach, got fired. They're all having a long conversation about it, how it affects the Bills. I said, I was about 130 from the pin and used my freaking 8-iron like a dummy. Completely overshot the green.
Did they respond?
They're texting me about betting. They always go, yo, like slap this. I don't gamble except for fantasy. Yo, slap this bet. parlay, blah, blah, blah. And, we're going to get into some shit talk. I said, oh, gosh, that sounds great, man. I'd love to hammer that parlay with you, but I'm saving up for a new driver. Always wanted a nice Callaway to get me off the tee box. I've been doing this for days.
Are they responding to it?
They kind of. They definitely.
They hate it?
They definitely hate it. One of them was like, yeah, you fucking suck at golf, trying to start the shit. I was at it. LOL, don't underestimate me, Alex. I've really polished up my swing since I started taking lessons at the club.
God damn, dude. That would drive me up a wall.
They're going to hate it more than the...
You're going to get ousted from the group chat.
My goal is... They would never. Well, obviously, the goal...
Would that cause, real drama?
No, we've kicked my friend... One of our friends is our other friend's little brother.
Yeah.
Little brother, so he kind of, gets shit on more.
Yeah, he's the little brother.
He's the little brother.
Yeah.
Even though he's the same age as me.
Yeah.
So he'll get kicked out of the group chat.
Yeah, just every now and again.
But if I got kicked out of the group chat, that'd be a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be front page
It would
news.
be a big deal, dude.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about my group chat, my insane group chat. If I got kicked out of there.
Yeah, your group chat's on the dark web.
Yeah, it's on the dark web, dude. What, Telegram? What, fellas can't go on Telegram and talk?
It's so funny you have a Telegram group chat.
I know. I don't know why.
I think it's a more common thing than I think, though, because
it's just online mode. I mean, I always wonder, I'm like, would I be on Discord if I was just a bit younger? We'd just use Discord or something. I mean, I've never used Discord.
Well, so why do you use Telegram and not text?
I don't know. I think it's like certain members of our group chat being a little paranoid about their freedom of speech and the encrypted messages matter to them.
They're worried about the NSA.
Something like that, but I'm like, they probably got this one too, dude. You think they don't got this one? They got this one. Yeah. They got them all. They can make pagers explode in Lebanon.
They got it.
They got them.
They see what the messages are going through Telegram.
Yeah, but did you see that? Okay, so the pagers were... This is the main story. I wonder what you think. They intercepted a load of them and inserted explosives into them, and then managed to get those pagers out to, Hezbollah or whatever. That's his main story. But the original thing I was hearing was they can do it over a network. They can do it remotely.
That was the first story.
But that's not true.
No.
They probably just put the bombs in there.
That doesn't make any sense, that they could just make pagers explode.
I mean, it doesn't
Maybe.
make sense, but... I mean, have you heard of, the Pegasus stuff?
No.
That's the name of, I don't know if it's the name of the... I don't know enough to talk about this, but but I'm still going to. It's the Mossad's, best hacking software that they can do it over networks. If you're connected to a Wi-Fi network and then this machine that has this Pegasus stuff on it can just get into your phone through the network, remotely look at all your shit.
Interesting.
So they can do that for sure.
But it's hard to imagine how they could make one explode.
Yeah. The only thing I think is okay, so these are all filled with lithium ion batteries. If you could put something on here that cooks the battery and makes it explode.
Yeah, I guess
if you can just melt someone's phone just with some kind of software that I don't know enough about, but it's something that makes the computer freak out. And
makes the hardware go on the fritz?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I'm saying it's possible. I don't know anything.
My phone does get really hot.
It gets really hot.
If the Mossad had control of it, maybe it would explode.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be not cool, but that's very interesting.
Very James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they could do it without installing different hardware into it.
So this is
sick.
But I think the mainstream story is more likely.
I mean, look, dude, if these guys can create Hurricane Milton, they can
do anything, these guys. Anything they set their little minds to.
All right, you want to...
Yeah, let's wrap things up.
We'll switch over to the Patreon.
Switch over to the Patreon.
Switching over to the Patreon. And now, thank you guys for joining us.
Here we go.
Shout out to the Weeklings.
Boom, goes the dynamite. Shouts out to the Weeklings. Sub to the Patreon. $5, $10 tier. One free episode for the $5... Or not free. One episode for the $5 tier, and then 2 for the $10 tier. Please subscribe. We love you.
We love you, Supreme Gentlemen, Baby Mamas, Weeklings. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for all the love and support.
Yeah, hugs, kisses, jerks,
tugs, sucks.
Everything you
fingers,
want.
Wherever you want.
Whatever you want. Spit in our earlobes.
Slap me the fuck around, man.
Fucking put your fingers in my nose and shove them up my butt. Thanks, guys.